And this is why the NFL calls today Black Monday. In a move that absolutely surprises no one, Kevin Stefanski has been relieved of his duties as head coach of the Cleveland Browns. I would have been more surprised if they kept him another year. Let's be honest. This year was terrible for the Cleveland Browns. He's been there 6 years. He hasn't really done anything. He's been through 17 quarterbacks. Baker Mayfield is included, and he's balling in Tampa. Now, we saw what he did this year with the mess that was Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett. So, my question to you guys is, what do you believe is next for the Cleveland Browns? This is where Shador Sanders is ending the season, 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, right? He still is, I believe, the only rookie quarterback to throw for more than 300 yards this year, so that is a plus. We did see some growth. We saw some really bad moments, right? But the biggest thing is, it's not all on Shador. He does need a receiving core. He does need a new offensive line. And he does need a full offseason to see if he can really be the franchise quarterback going forward in the future. Now, Mr. Berry gets to keep his job. He was not fired with Stefanski, right? And according to reports, Mr. Berry was the one that was very high on Shador Sanders. So I think there's a real possibility that Shador goes into next year as the number one quarterback. Here's why. Cleveland is currently slated to pick number 6 in the NFL draft. I think they have a later round pick. I want to say number 17 or number 18 that they're going to get from the Jacksonville Jags. However, there is only going to be 2 high-profile quarterbacks in this draft. Mendoza out of Indiana, Moore out of Oregon. And the first 2 picks in the draft, the Raiders and the Jets need quarterbacks. So unless they are going to give the ransom needed to move up to either number 1 or number 2, if they believe in the quarterbacks that are coming out, Cleveland is not going to reach at 6 for another quarterback, meaning next year could look exactly the same way it did this year with Deshaun Watson, Dylan Gabriel, and Shador Sanders coming into camp as the only quarterbacks on Cleveland's roster. So, in my opinion, I feel like if you are high on Shador, which Barry is, and I'm sure the next head coach that comes in, Barry is going to make sure they're high on Shador as well. New offensive scheme, ramp up the O-line, see what kind of weapons you can get because you guys need receivers because Jerry Jeudy is terrible, and see what Shador does for you next year. If it doesn't pan out, then that quarterback class is probably going to be a little bit better. Maybe you can get a higher pick and you can try and grab one of those quarterbacks. But in all honesty, I don't think the Cleveland Browns have a chance to get another quarterback picking at pick 6 unless they go out and they try to get a Joe Burrows or something along those lines. So it's very possible Shador is going to be the guy going into next year. We're going to have to wait and see what that looks like and what he does. You guys let me know down in the comments how you're feeling about this. How do you feel about Stefanski getting fired? And who do you think the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns should be? And as always, you know the vibes. Like and follow for more. Later.